What?
What is up, Fabrication Nation? So, who was able to follow along on social at SEMA? Just got back from SEMA 2017. Tried to snap as much of that stuff that I possibly could. Man, there's so much going on that it was a little bit tough. Some stuff ended up on Instagram, but not as much. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe edit some small clips of SEMA for Instagram, so stay tuned for that. If you don't follow me there, go check that out. I don't know, what else can I say? SEMA. It was a crazy, crazy experience. Just the networking that I was able to do while I was out there was worth every penny. If I didn't get to see a single car, just the networking with people in the industry made it all worthwhile. SEMA bound. Welcome home for the next 4 days. That was a long trip. It's like, what, 10 o'clock? It's 9:30. So, that means my time it's like 12:30. I know what's up. Anyways, Aria, I like this place. It's kind of not near the convention center for SEMA, but it's a good place, cool, right in the middle of town. I'll just Uber over there, I guess. And most of the rooms here have pretty good views. So, anyway, that's it. Travel day, SEMA tomorrow. See you then. Alright, so it is Thursday morning. It's like 8:30. Just got up, kind of rolling around, got a shower, and I'm getting ready to catch an Uber over to the convention center, get my media passes, and then check out all the goodness. So while I was there, I did a bunch of filming, got pretty much half the stuff that was there. I don't know, there was some stuff that I missed. Didn't know I missed it till I was, back in my hotel room looking through Instagram myself and seeing some posts and be like, dang, I didn't see that thing, where was that at? But I tried to get as much as I possibly could. Gonna do live edits, so I was gonna edit every day, post on the channel for you guys to see what I did that day. And as time went on, I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? There's so many people out here at SEMA that are doing that exact same thing. They're just walking around, filming all the same cars, doing all the same things. And so I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hold this footage till I get back and figure out what it is that I want to do, what kind of video I want to make with this that's not like everybody else's. So what I'll come up with is I'm just gonna combine my entire trip, all 3 days, all 4 days that I was out there, kind of let you know what I was able to do, give you a little insight on who I was able to network with while I was out there, so it not just be about the cars. And then obviously we're gonna show you some cars. So day one was a little bit overwhelming. I just tried to make as much ground through that place as I possibly could. I wanted to kind of see how it was laid out, where everything was at, and so that way, because I didn't get there super early that morning, that way I could come back the next morning and kind of just skip through to the cars that I wanted to see, or the vendors that I wanted to go see. So that's pretty much what I did. So then that evening, got back to my room, and I had been kind of talking with some other YouTubers you're probably familiar with. The main YouTuber, Chris Fix, was talking with him just online. Never met him before, just kind of hit him up. I knew he was going to be there, and so that evening, Thursday evening, shot him a text, told him I was, done with the show, asked him what they were up to that night, and he said they were going to a private party that Voss and Wheels was putting on. Said he might could get me in as his +1, so I took him up on the offer, went down there, which was super cool event. Voss and Wheels really put on a nice event. Chris Fix had some YouTuber friends of his there. Eric the Car Guy, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know. The Humble Mechanic, along with Engineering Explained and Matt Moran Motoring. So both those guys were there. We kind of hung out, enjoyed the event, and then they decided to want to go eat, so we took off. Caesar's Palace, went and ate. That was cool. Got to hang out with some other YouTubers, which for me, where I live, is pretty rare. And then after dinner, I actually created a collaboration video between like 10 YouTubers out in front of the Bellagio. Not gonna really give you any hints on what it is, but once it airs somewhere on somebody's channel, I'll let you guys know where it's at. Some of the other YouTubers that met us in front of the Bellagio were Busted Knuckle, Bleepin' Jeep, Brian Mobile 1. I think that's it. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. So that was a long day. That was a pretty long day. And then the next day, back to the show. Got into the show early. Went and seen Trick Tools. Been talking to them about trying to get some of their products in front of you guys. I think that's going to happen, so stay tuned for that. Bryson Smith was there. If you're not familiar with Bryson Smith, you need to go search him on Instagram. And I don't even know if he has a... I don't think he's... Just search Ruptured Duck. Right here, Ruptured Duck. Search that. You'll see what I'm talking about. Dude does amazing work. He actually had a bomber reproduction sidecar. Hope that's the proper... Anyway, it was a sidecar. It looked like an old bomber. And then I hit a bunch of other stuff too. went and hit like Jet Tools and the Roadster shop, and went and looked at, you know, a bunch of the turbo companies. If you didn't see it on Facebook, I went by Precision Turbo. Precision Turbo is actually playing one of my videos in their booth. It was the one of Daddy Dave when we were messing with him with the drone. So that was pretty cool to see that. As you can imagine, just craziness everywhere. While I was in the jet booth, Welder Up had their D-Rod in there. So I was kind of checking it out, and I noticed that some of the guys from Welder Up were there. You know, I wasn't bothering them or whatever, I was just kind of doing my own thing. And then somebody came up to me that was kind of in that crew, who'd recognized me from the channel. And then come to find out that the general manager of Welder Up watched the channel. So Joe came up to me, we talked for a little while, and he was like, hey man, we're having a little, you know, kind of a private event at the shop on Saturday, you need to come by. And I was like, I'm there, dude. So then fast forward to Saturday, and I head over to Welder Up, and it actually wasn't a private event. They had like an open tour, which was cool. I got to see everybody on the show kind of doing their thing with all their fans and stuff. And then got to actually hang out with Joseph and some of the other guys from Welder Up in the shop. Got to check out the shop, got a little private tour of that. That was cool. And then, you guys familiar with Austin Weiss? He shows up, got two of his buddies. We hang out with him and his buddies, and it was just a cool deal. Got to network, got to talk fabrication and hot rods and YouTube. And so like I said, even if I didn't get to see no cars, it was worth every penny that I spent to go out there just in the networking alone. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope it wasn't long-winded. I'm gonna kind of montage the rest of the footage I've got. Check it out, hope you enjoy it. If you didn't make it, maybe I'll see you there next year. I need to get in gear. I need to get to work. I need to do work. I need to do work, son. Anyway, that's SEMA 2017. As always, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys some more this week. Go do work, son.